Hello and thank you for getting to this webinar presentation. I promise your time will not be wasted here. Now, right off the bat, let's get into things. My official promise to you for even taking the time to watch this presentation. There's a picture of me and my beautiful family and my gorgeous wife. And what I would like to do is share with you something that probably you've never seen on the internet before. But I don't want to get into anything that in regards to hype or get rich quick or anything like that. So I, Paul Birdsall, promise to share with you the exact business model that has allowed me to earn millions of dollars online working right from home. I also promise by the end of this presentation to allow you to be able to plug into the exact same business model that I've been using for yourself, and you can do that within just a couple hours of this actual presentation. I promise to show you how this business model has the potential to create a part-time or full-time income for you if you choose to do this online. I promise to you the same predictable success as if you were to have owned a successful franchise like McDonald's or even Subway. And finally, I promise you more fun out of life and the ability to provide yourself and your family with the type of lifestyle that you've always dreamed about, and probably most importantly, you've always been deserving of. Now, those are pretty bold promises, but I truly intend to keep every single one of those, as well as not to push you on a whole bunch of hype, try to convince you of something. This is going to be something refreshing and different than anything you've ever seen on the internet before, because I'm just going to give you pure facts, teach you a theory that you may or may not have even understood before, and then also too to back that up with the actual proven model to be able to work that theory so that it can put cash in your pocket. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Now, do any of these things relate to you? Are you sick and tired of being pitched the next surefire success secret, only to find out you've been lied to by greedy marketers with good copywriting skills? Have you seen people making money online that really are just not smarter than you, and it's starting to get you frustrated? You see in your email box over 20 different ways to make money online, but you're not sure what is the right direction for you, and you seem overwhelmed and even confused. Are you ready to have a real business, a real solid, predictable business that can work for you if you simply supply the CEO role, Chief Executive Officer? How does that sound? Okay, well, let's get into things. Now, let's first take a look at why 95% of all people are failing in their attempts to building a successful home-based business online. And the first thing is, think about this. The average person knows very little about business success. And you take someone as an amateur like that, or maybe even like you right now, and you try to throw them out there in the make money from home or the home-based business industry and try to get them to have success. Think about it. They don't even know what the target market is, and they are usually offering the target market what some other company or some other product or some other leader told them to do. So it's amateurs teaching amateurs how to do it, and there's a lot of failure because of that. The second reason is, and this probably relates to you, the average person knows very little or zero in most cases about marketing, especially on the internet, where it's evolving and changing all the time. And so that's contributing to all this failure. The third thing is the average person doesn't want to, like to, or plain suck at personal selling. So if you've looked at businesses where you got to sell products and they're in the network marketing industry or traditional marketing industry where you got to take products and sell them and talk to people and make a list of friends and family and all that kind of stuff, people don't want to do that, right? So all of these the reasons why most people are failing, do those resonate with you? Do those make sense, right? They're pretty common sense, right? If you don't know how to market, you don't like to sell, you don't even know who the target market is, and you don't know what to offer the target market, chances are you're probably going to fail. Or you start from scratch and try to figure out all those things yourself, which is very time consuming, very overwhelming, very confusing, very frustrating, and also most importantly, very costly. So most people get in the home-based business industry because they want to create a financial future for themselves, and they have, they want to get out of debt, they want to make more money, and then they find 95 times out of 100, they find that they're actually going more into debt. Well, that's about to change for you here today. So I want to introduce you to the franchise model. Now, I know you've heard about the franchise model before, right? Or you have a general understanding of what a franchise is. But did you know this? That the business model used by 1% of all online marketers that are making tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, use an actual franchise model. You know, You know, that you see them all over the place, McDonald's and Subway and all these kind of different businesses. Well, entrepreneurs that use the franchise model, did you know, are 14 times more likely to have success than amateurs like you trying to figure it out for themselves. That try to start their own home-based business. They try to figure out the marketing, they try to figure out what their target market is, they try to create copy, they try to sell, they try to do all the things, all the variables that are really just causing all the failure. Now, it makes kind of common sense that if you used a franchise model, you would have more success. Why? Because the predictable nature of that model, and we're going to talk really deeply about that on this webinar. Okay, so why is it that businesses that use the franchise model have success nearly 100% of the time? Well, they have a quality product that the market wants with a proven, tested track record already in place for you. So you don't have to go out and try to figure it out. You don't have to try to guess. You don't have to do testing or anything like that. It's already figured out for you. Think about it when somebody buys a McDonald's franchise. Are they trying to figure out what the prices that they should charge, or what should be on the menu, or where the customers are going to come from? It is all laid out already for them because they're simply plugging into the model of the McDonald's franchise. They use proper tools to be effective and efficient, right? Most people going on the internet trying to build a home-based business will use tools, but maybe they're the wrong tools. Maybe they're not even aware what tools they should be using, and it's costing them a lot of time and a lot of money, where they could be plugging into a turnkey system like a franchise and effectively and efficiently predicting their success. Technology makes it easy to duplicate the exact same business model. See, technology, folks, is allowing people that use a franchise model to have success nearly 100% of the time because it's eliminating all the human variables that really cause all that failure. People's lack of marketing ability, people's lack of being able to skilled to be able to sell or write sales copy, people's inability to be able to understand a perfect business model and what needs to be in place and what the actual target audience is actually looking for. Technology has allowed that to eliminate the human variables that cause all that failure, right? Is this starting to resonate with you? Good, because I'm here to educate you and help you so that you understand why this model can help you create the future that you want. And the last reason, a developed and proven no-fail step-by-step marketing strategy is already in place. People that buy franchises like Subway's or McDonald's, or even potentially the one I'm going to lay out here for you here today, already have a step-by-step marketing plan that's fail-proof. That you cannot fail with it because it's already been tested, it's already been proven, and it's already been used by other people simple like you that even have no online marketing experience whatsoever, just like it does for the McDonald's and the Subway type person. Okay? So it's easy to see why there would be so much success in a franchise type business model rather than you just joining some company with a great product and a professional, legitimate looking company. Right? You've all joined those before, and those didn't make you any money either. But if you're joining a franchise that has actually perfected the model right from marketing all the way to what people want and put everything in a package so that you didn't have to tweak anything and simply just plugged into it and turned the key. Now, here is that secret formula for success, to succeeding with an online business, okay? And that's why you're on this webinar anyway, right? Wouldn't you like to know the secret? Well, it's not really a secret. I think you'll think this is more common sense after I go through it. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by saying that we know something that you don't. I'm just trying to point it out to you, and you use your own God-given intelligence to see if that makes sense for you or not, okay? Now, here's why I've coined it together, and me and my colleagues together, and call it the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula meaning there's 4 pieces to the puzzle. And if you put those 4 pieces in together and put it in a duplicatable model using technology like you have with an online franchise model like we're going to show you here today, you have the ticket for success. Okay? So let's take a close look at the quadratic formula in how it works. Now, number 1, if you put these 4 things together, you can have success online. Number 1, find a huge, never-ending market that has a problem that is easy to solve. Okay? Now, don't worry, we're going to provide one here so you don't have to go and find one. Okay? Remember, this is not about theory. This is about actuality, but I'm also going to educate you on why, rather than just give you this, 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 and buy it from us with a bunch of hype. Okay? Now, number 2 of the quadratic formula. offer that market, that market that's huge, that's never ending, free information on how to solve their problem. Okay? So people going on the internet, they have an issue, they have a financial predicament. They're going to look for it to solve their problem. Well, if you try to sell them something, you're going to have a really hard time trying to do that. What you must do is provide free information that educates them on how to solve their problem. That kind of makes sense, right? Number two, use continuity for reoccurring predictable monthly income. You must be able to do that on the internet. Now, what is continuity? Something that be able to rebuild itself so that you're creating a predictable recurring monthly income so that you can build on what you're building. You can build on your wealth. If you make a couple $100 one month, you want to be able to build on top of that, not start all over again like a job. In a business like this, you must continue to create reoccurring monthly predictable income. Okay. Now, number four, you got to have a high converting upsell path. Get this, folks, that is automated and builds unlimited long-term wealth for you on autopilot. Now, you put all those things together, and that you have, folks, is the quadratic formula and is the secret to most of the people on the internet's success. Now, if you put all four of those things together, you're going to have a winner, I promise you. Okay? So let's take a look at the easiest way to have success online is simply, folks, to be able to solve other people's problems. Now, that kind of makes sense, right? People have a problem with weight loss. People have a problem with not knowing how to make money, all those kind of things. If you solve that person's problem, you're going to do real good. Well, let's take something that's relatable to you so that I don't lose you at any time during this presentation, and then put it in place so that you understand how this system will be able to make you an absolute fortune. Okay, so let's take a look at what is the target market then? This franchise that you're taking a look at right here today, what is the target market that's huge and never ending? Well, other people like you that are currently online looking for a solution to their problems, right? What kind of problems do you have? Well, you have a financial predicament. Now, I know you're saying, well, how do you know I have a financial predicament? Okay, well, remember, this is a tested franchise model. The only reason that you'd be watching this video is because we already know what type of person you are. Now, it's not some voodoo, scientific crystal ball formula or anything, but we've tested this, every single variable. We even know exactly what type of person you are. You are a person that is looking for something legitimate, something that really can work for you, but also too limited based on the knowledge that you have or the skill that you have to be able to do that. And you're looking for something predictable like an online franchise like we have for you today. Now, how many people are like that out there on the internet? Well, how about this, folks? There's 10 million new people every single month around the world coming on the internet with a financial predicament and the goal of trying to find the solution for that. So you put them in front of free information like you're watching here today. That's right. You're actually in part of our system. The franchise model that you're looking at today, one of our team members, has predictably put you in front of this presentation using our step-by-step, no guess, no risk marketing methods that put you in front of this. Okay? And you're going to be able to do the same thing at the end of this presentation. So now we know we have a huge monthly predictable market. Let's make sure so that you guys understand that the financial predicament is not meaning that someone's destitute or something like that, but maybe they have some debt, they have a job loss, maybe you're in retirement but you don't have enough money to supplement that retirement, you want a better lifestyle for yourself, you would just want to work from home because maybe you're a mother that's just had a baby that wants to stay home with their kids, or maybe you hate your boss. Okay, those are the financial predicaments I'm talking about. I'm not talking about people that are looking for jobs. I'm not talking about people that are looking for get rich quick. I'm not talking about people that are destitute or anything like that. I am talking about people that are seriously and want to get rid of their financial situation, okay, that they're currently in right now. Now, what other thing do you have in common with this target market yourself? Well, you don't know how to make money, and neither do they. How do we know that? Do we really necessarily have to go through that type of this presentation again? We know you're watching the presentation because you're struggling on the internet. We know that you're not making a full-time or part-time income on the internet. We know that you got to get up in the morning and go to another job. Well, as long as you keep on that path of continuously going to that job, you know and I know the reason why you're on this presentation is you're trying to get out of that rat race cycle, right? You're trying to get something better for you and your family in life. We've already done the research for you. This is all predictable. Everything from the matter that you filled out the form on the page to get access to this presentation, we knew that what percentage would actually do that. Pretty cool, hey? Now, I'm going to save you a lot of time and frustration on the internet right now. Regardless if you decide this is a great franchise opportunity for you or not, as building a home-based business with us, but I want to share this with you. Never, ever try to sell products to people looking for a home-based business. It's just like giving them another problem, right? When you came to this presentation, you didn't want me to try to sell you some product or service or get you in to recruit other people and sell and make a list of your friends and family and try to chase around your Uncle Bob and your Aunt Jane, right? Trying to sell you products is you don't want to buy other products. You want to solve your financial predicament. And that's what we're providing on this presentation. That's why hundreds and hundreds of people every single week are joining our franchise and be able to create financial freedom because we're solving their problem, not giving them another one. Now, what do you market then, right? Well, I think by now you've figured that out. But I'm going to get a little bit more clear for you. Now, accepting the next two statements below will probably change your life forever. Most of you that are watching this presentation. How do we know? Because it's a past history of success and it's proven that this will change people's lives. Okay, number one, you must offer a proven marketing system. So you want to get rid of your financial predicament and make more money on the internet? You have to provide a proven marketing system. The solution, if you will, right? People aren't looking to join businesses. You're not looking to join a business. You're not looking to buy products and invest and carry inventory and try to figure things out. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for a proven system that is already predictably set up for you so that you don't have to figure out all this stuff. What is that? That's the solution to your problem and those other 10 million people's out there's problems. And look for people that are in the home-based business industry. Don't have to worry about where they come from. We already show you where they come from. Okay. Now, the next thing you need to understand is the marketing system automatically sells the products and the services for you personally, so you don't have to. Okay. You don't want to become a salesperson. You don't want to become some product expert or anything like that. The system automatically does all that stuff for you. Okay. We've taken away all the variables again that cause failure in this industry. Simply plugging into a duplicatable model like this, allowing a person to solve their problem by using a marketing system, which is what they're all looking for anyway, allows you to become financially free. Okay? Now, I want to introduce you to the official name of our franchise. It's called the My Partner in Profit System, or we like to call it My PIP for short. And it's the world's #1 online franchise. How do we know? Because there's nothing as duplicatable as this opportunity ever found on the internet. Because we don't just teach theory, right? You've been in businesses before and you bought courses and you bought programs and softwares and all this kind of stuff and systems. And what do they teach? Theory. But you're still left in the cold trying to figure out how it all works and how it all comes together. Well, we don't allow that to happen. We have a vested interest in your success, which we'll talk about in a moment, that will show you that this is the #1 online franchise in the world, and you'll be able to proudly be able to say that you're a member of it. Now, all the personal selling, convincing, and explaining that's associated with home-based businesses, we've eliminated all of that for you. Cold calling, selling to your friends and family, totally and completely eliminated. Long learning curves, which you just seem to be learning and learning and learning, and never be able to start earning. Well, all that frustration and all that struggle, we have completely got rid of all of that for you. And the Mickey Mouse home-based business games that are out there, you will never, ever have to worry about those again, because you're in the hands of a true, honest online franchise system that will be able to predictably put money in your pocket every single month once you become a franchisor. Okay? Now, let's talk about that. A real business model that works for everybody, is it true? Could that happen? Well, we don't have to go far, and we don't have to look but we can make sense of everything that we've talked about to this point. Does Subway have much risk? Does McDonald's have much risk? Sure, it has risks. Of course, it's a business, right? And so does this business have a risk. But by the end of this presentation, I'm going to make sure I eliminate all the risk for you so that you'll see that it's almost a joke. Okay? But those businesses, people that start those franchises, have a 14 times more likelihood than someone trying to start it on their own. Since you're going to try to build a business anyway online, why wouldn't you do something that's predictable and proven to work for others before you? Okay? Now, how do you make money with the MyPip franchise system, right? Because that's what you're wondering. If we're going out to target people that want to make money from home, and look at building a legitimate business opportunity, how do we make money from that if you don't have to sell products and services? Good question, right? Well, let's take a quick look at the franchise model, and so that we put it in perspective so you fully understand it. And you make the decision if that makes sense to you or not. Now, this is a typical franchise model, okay? Basically a basic corporate structure of any business in the world. Now, I'm going to pull up my drawing tool here for a second, and I want to show you something. As you see at the top, you see the franchise headquarters, okay? So in this case, you're probably thinking that the franchise headquarters will be us, right? Like myself, and I created this system. The MyPip system is the franchise headquarters. What if I told you it's not? I want you to think like the franchisor. That's right. I want you to think like this. That's not us. Not the franchisee. See, we don't want you to come into this opportunity. We want to give you the same opportunity that we all have ourselves. See, the franchise operators that are down here, what if you have the ability to earn off of every one of those franchise operators from the customers that they get? Remember I said, you take the CEO role and you can create financial freedom on the internet. We want to give you the same opportunity as people like myself and other key leaders in this franchise opportunity have. So you're the franchise headquarters. So you're the franchisor, not the franchisee. And your only job will be to market this marketing system right now that you're watching on this presentation as a part of that, so that the other franchisees that come in, they will decide to purchase that and you get paid in many different ways, and we'll talk about those in a minute. Okay? Because we're here to help you build a business online, not try to get you in some business. We'll make sense of things. You understand it, you process it, and you make an intelligent decision if this makes sense for you or not. Now, your profits are generated by customers buying products from all of your franchisees. All the people down here is where all the money comes from. Okay? So the money goes up to the franchises, you get a little piece of that, and it comes up to you. Now, the question is that a smart way to build a business model? Sure it is, right? There's franchises out there with thousands and thousands of locations. Well, the franchise headquarters that helped them set that up got a little piece of every sale that gets made from each one of those franchise stores. That's how you're going to become financially free. Okay? So we're not taking a chance on your success either, and neither should you. Okay? So with this system, this franchise system that we're going to be able to set up for you, all the technical stuff is taken care of for you. So you don't have to figure out how to build websites or what websites you should, what products should be sold, or anything like that. With this system, all of your marketing websites are built for you. So you don't have to be some technical person to build a website. With this system, all the marketing knowledge is researched already for you, so you don't have to go and figure out how to get prospects to this presentation. And with this system, all of the telling, selling, and explaining is done for you. By who? Me. The person that sent you to this presentation was another franchisor from the MyPip system. And they sent you to this presentation. Wasn't it effective? Sure, you're watching this presentation right now, aren't you? And who's doing the presentation? Who's doing all the explaining? I am, and I do the same thing for you. Now with this system, you have access to exclusive services that will even place the ads for you automatically. Imagine getting your business, this presentation, in front of hundreds and thousands of people every single week. And that's how you're going to become financially free. That's how you're going to finally have success, by plugging into this franchise model. And also with this system, the prospects are already sold for you, so that you don't need to do that personally yourself. With this system, all your training of your new members is done for you either, because when you go into the member center of the franchise, all the training videos and all the step-by-step training is done by myself and other associates of this franchise. So you don't need to become an expert, you don't need to become a teacher, and you definitely don't need to spend all your time trying to help other people when they first get started. You just simply provide basic customer service for them, point them in the right direction, and all of everything is taken care of for you automatically, just like a true franchise, like a McDonald's or a Subway. Now, you know what all this is, you know what you have to do. How much can you make with the MyPip franchise, right? That's the next good question. Well, let's take a look at it. There is a monthly MyPip franchise fee, okay? And you earn $30 per application. So every time that a franchisee comes to this presentation through your link, they watch this presentation and come on board, every month you're going to make $30 from every single one of those. $30 per person every single month, okay? Right off the top, even if they don't even make a sale, You still make $30 because they need to pay that franchise fee and you get compensated for that. So as the example, let's say you get one franchisee a day, which we have many members doing. You get $30 per 30 days. That's $900 monthly in residual-based income. Okay. Now, the second thing that you're going to be able to earn off of, because there's three main primary ways, is the operational tools. Just like at a McDonald's or just like as a Subway, there's operating costs involved in running a franchise, right? So in Subway, for instance, they need to buy more supplies for bread and drinks and the necessary condiments to build the subs. And in McDonald's, you have your fryers, your microwaves, and all this kind of stuff, more burgers, more buns, all that stuff. Well, same thing for your franchisees. Now, they're going to be doing a little bit differently. We're not selling burgers and subs here, are we? We are marketing an online business. So they're going to use tools like autoresponders and things like that. But every time that they do, you get paid between $6 and $30 per franchisee, folks, per month. So let's just say on that same track of just getting one franchisee a day, and let's go in the middle and say about $15 per franchisee in operational tools. Okay, that's $15 a month, 30 days a month. That's another $450 in predictable monthly income for yourself. Okay, and this again, folks, is even before one of your franchisees even sells any products. So that's pretty cool so far. You've made over $1,000 a month, and nobody's even sold anything yet because it's the operational part. Remember, you're not the franchisee. You're the CEO of the franchise itself. Now, product sales, where does that come in? Well, how would you like to earn up to 35% off all the efforts of all your franchisees? That's right. Each of your franchisees has up to, let's say in this example, just 10 customers that spend on average, let's say $50 per month on the products through those franchises. Well, 30 days times 10 30 franchisees times 10 customers each at $50 a pop, and the average around 15%. That's another $2,250 a month from your franchisees making product sales, not yourself. Okay? So you add all that up, folks, we're talking over $3,600 a month from just 30 franchises. Now, let's bring it back into perspective. Remember, we got a huge, expanding, never-ending market. 10 million people looking for a solution to their financial predicament every single month. And they'd love to see this presentation. I can tell right now that you're intrigued by this presentation because there's a predictable, almost scientific way to predict your success because you're plugging into something that's already proven, already gets explained for you, and all the variables that normally would cause you to fail in a business have been eliminated. So those $3,600 a month from just 30, that's only 30 franchises out of 10 million new people that you would need to be able to do that. Now, what happens the second month? Well, let's just say you got 30 franchisees that are making sales, right? 30 franchisees making sales, they're going to continue to keep doing that. Your monthly income is going to predictably grow, not shrink. So 30 new people come in, 30 new people come in, 30 new franchisees come in. Before you know it, you have hundreds and even thousands, in my case, franchisees all around the world marketing their products and services through their businesses, and I'm getting a little taste every single month, just like a franchisor would. Okay, so I bet you're pretty surprised that you got, or that you're pretty happy that you got to this presentation, and pretty surprised with the type of information I'm sharing with you here tonight. Well, you're probably thinking at this point, well, this all sounds good. I'd love a predictable model like that, and this is probably what I've been dying and looking for. Everything figured out for you. You don't have to figure out anything. Well, how much would you pay for a predictable monthly income? Because right now you're thinking, oh my God, if they're going to predict this and give us this kind of guarantee that that can happen for me, well, you're probably thinking you're going to pay thousands and thousands of dollars, right? Well, ask yourself this question right now. If I could show you that model to give you $3,600 a month or more, a part-time or full-time income a month, depending on who you are, and I could predictably give that every month, how much would that be worth for you? How much would you be willing to invest to be able to get that every single month? $3,600 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, or in my case, over $100,000 a month. How much would you pay for that? How much would you pay? $1,000? $10,000? How much would you pay? What if I told you you only needed to pay for a franchise application is only $49.99, not even $50, folks? Would you pay $50 to get a predictable monthly income that is, watch this, which is guaranteed to work for you. As long as you come to play, as long as you follow our step-by-step instructions, you will be able to make a predictable monthly income based on the past history of our success in the proven model that all the human variable that normally causes all the failure of guesswork, of trying to sell, or trying to create skills that you don't have or may not have. How much would you pay for that? $50 is pretty reasonable, wouldn't you think? That's why there's hundreds and hundreds of people every single week joining the My Partner in Profit franchise because it's so affordable. And here's the killer. Here's the killer of the whole deal. Okay, well, I got two. Number one, that $50, all it takes is one franchisee to be able to, one franchisee and your whole system is paid for every single month. That's right. You'll be making more than $50 a month just off one franchisee. And that's all it takes. And we normally be able to show you how to do that within a week, at the maximum within your first 30 days easily. Okay, a lot of people making their first franchisees and setting up franchisees dozens and dozens their very first month. Okay, so let's take a look at something else. That's right, we got a 60-day no risk guarantee. That's why this makes this the no-brainer. That's why everything I've talked about, even without the satisfaction guarantee and the low franchise fee cost, makes this a no-brainer. But now I've made it ridiculous. It's a 60-day no risk guarantee. If everything that we're saying here, and for any reason, you don't like our training, you don't like our theories, you don't like our step-by-step marketing guides, you don't like anything about the system, you can simply request your refund of your $49.99, and you'll never be billed again. So what do you think so far? I mean, think about it. Have you ever seen a business model like this before that offers a 60-day no-risk guarantee on a predictable monthly income for as little as $50 a month to get started? Folks, I appreciate your time. If you think that's ridiculous or you have any skepticism about that, we've just eliminated everything for you. And we're backed by the #1 processing center on the internet. So when you decide to go and apply for it or not, you can see that you're being offered the satisfaction guarantee by a very, very reputable organization. Okay, so what do you get for the $49.99 online home-based business franchise fee? Well, let's quickly go through this because I know your time is precious and you're going to want to either get off this presentation, do your due diligence, or you want to get started right away utilizing our no risk money back guarantee. Franchisee marketing website does all the selling for you. This website you're on right now and the autoresponder messages that are going to come to you are all part of this system. You're going to get multiple income streams generated for you by your franchisees like we've talked about. You're going to get an automatic email follow-up system which has all the pre-written sales letters for you so that you don't have to write them, you don't have to be a copywriter or anything like that. It will automatically follow up with everybody that comes to this presentation for you to see if they have any questions, to maybe give them a little bit more facts and give them a predictable opportunity just like you've been given. You're going to get ongoing support and coaching from other successful franchise owners. That's right. People that brought you to this presentation through their link, they'll be available for you. So if you ever get stuck, you got a clarification, you just want somebody to be able to share some ideas with, you will have a coach and a support to be able to do that. You're going to get live professional training from our corporate team, including myself and other key leaders within our corporate team to make sure that you're staying focused, keep abreast to all the new things that are coming up that can help your franchise grow to all kinds of different levels that you may or may not thought it was possible. And you're going to have access to our predictable monthly lead sources. That's right, so that you can actually just plug into these lead sources and predictably know how many people are going to go to this presentation and predictably know how many people are actually going to become a franchisee and thus predictably give you a predictable monthly income. Okay, and don't worry about getting merchant fees. Don't worry about getting anything that you thought you might needed to do online, like how do you process payments and all that kind of stuff. Merchant accounts are available, and they're provided with the system for that $49.99. You don't have to pay extra for any of this stuff I just showed you on the screen. It's all part of the system, and getting you into financial freedom, giving you the opportunity to follow a predictable monthly home-based business opportunity with the MyPIP online business franchise. Okay, so join the proven online home-based business franchise revolution today and become a My Partner in Profit franchise owner right now. Remember, there's 10 million people just like you are either looking or struggling on the internet to try to find a predictable franchise model like this. And now you've found it. So what are you going to do about it? Well, you should get started, because here, I got one last thing. As a free added bonus, for those of you that are worrying about how much it costs to market, how do you get people in front of it, what is the cost of that going to be, I'm going to throw for a very short time. Right now, currently, we're offering a free Leads for Life package that I put together personally from my past 8 years experience on the internet. And these are simple and effective ways to build your business on a budget. So not only do you get our monthly marketing guide, our day-by-day marketing guides, but you're also going to learn how to generate free leads for life to your website so that it doesn't cost you anything. And they are effective methods that work starting on day one. And that I will throw in if you decide to get started here today. And it's again, hopefully you like our presentation. Hopefully that you'll come on board with us. We look forward to having you in as part of our online community of successful online My Partner in Profit franchise owners. Now, take care. I look forward to seeing you on the first day of the training. So go ahead, click the button below and get started, and we'll see you on the members area. And I look forward to helping you put money in your pocket. Thanks again for watching, and get started as soon as you can. Bye-bye.